Tell me I am wrong. Look me in the eye and tell me I am wrong.
I am not doing this tonight.
You have been meeting my mother in hotels for 11 months and you are not doing this tonight.
It is not what you are making it.
I have the messages, I have the dates, I have the hotel in Garki. What exactly is it then? Tell me, what exactly is it?
I did not plan it.
11 months is not something that happens. 11 months is something you choose. Every single day for 11 months you chose it. She is my mother, the woman who named me, the woman who sat at our wedding. That is the woman you chose. Rebecca, let him go.
Rebecca was arranging flowers in the sitting room when she found the messages. She had not been looking. Victor had left his tablet on the dining table, open, screen still lit, and she had reached across to move it, and the screen had shifted and the words had been right there, waiting. She read 3 messages before her hands stopped working. Then she sat down on the floor of her own dining room in their apartment in Maitama and read every single one. The messages went back 11 months. 11 months of her mother's name appearing in her husband's phone with words that did not belong to his son-in-law. Lunches in Wuse, evenings in a hotel in Garki, weekends when Rebecca had been in Enugu visiting her sick aunt and Victor had said he was too busy with work to join her. She was still sitting on the floor when she heard Victor's key in the door. She did not move. She sat with the tablet in her lap and watched him walk in. He saw her on the floor and his pace slowed. He looked at the tablet. His face did not collapse immediately. It recalibrated. That recalibration told her everything she needed to know about how long he had been living inside this lie. She said, "How long?" Victor sat down. He did not deny it. 11 months, he said. It started at her mother's birthday dinner. Gloria had been warm to him that evening in a way that felt different. He had told himself it was nothing. Then he had called her the next week to thank her for dinner, and the call had lasted 3 hours. Rebecca listened without speaking. When he finished, she asked one question. She said, "Does she know you are telling me this right now?" Victor said, "Yes, Gloria knows." Rebecca called Helen. Helen arrived in 20 minutes, still in her work clothes, and when she walked through the door and saw Rebecca's face, she did not ask questions. She just crossed the room and held her. Rebecca did not cry. The thing inside her was too large for tears. It sat in her chest like something that had not yet decided what shape it was going to take. Helen said, "Rebecca, your mother sat at your wedding table. She danced at your reception. She called you every Sunday and asked how your marriage was going. And she already knew." Rebecca said, "I know." She called her mother that evening. Gloria picked up on the second ring, voice warm and familiar, the same voice that had sung to Rebecca as a child. Rebecca said, "I know, Mama." The line went quiet. Then Gloria said, "Rebecca, you were not giving that man what he needed. Someone had to." The call ended. Rebecca sat with the phone in her hand for a long time. Then she put it down very carefully and went into the bedroom that she had shared with Victor for 4 years and looked at the room around her. The photographs, the curtains she had chosen, the small things that accumulate in a shared life and become the texture of it. She looked at all of it and understood that it was already gone. Not because of what Victor had done, but because of who had done it with him. You can survive a husband's betrayal. Women do it every day. But Rebecca understood sitting on that bed that there was no surviving this particular wound in the same place. Her mother had looked at her life and decided it was available, had sat across from her on Sunday dinners and watched her talk about her marriage and said nothing, had held her hand at difficult moments knowing she was one of the reasons the moments were difficult. Michael, Victor's younger brother, came 2 days later. He sat in her living room and said, "Rebecca, I am sorry, I did not know. What Victor has done is wrong. What your mother has done, I do not have words for." Rebecca said, "Thank you, Michael." Mrs. Patricia from next door came after Michael left. She was a solid woman in her 60s, a retired civil servant who lived in the compound 15 years and noticed everything. She sat across from Rebecca and said, "My daughter, talk to me." Rebecca told her everything. Mrs. Patricia listened without interrupting. Then she said, I have lived long enough to know that some things do not need your help to resolve themselves. A man who does this has not found love, he has found a mirror that flatters him. A woman who does this to her own daughter has not found a man, she has found a wound to pour herself into. Neither ends well. Just make sure you are not standing nearby when it doesn't. Rebecca left Abuja 6 weeks later. No announcement, no confrontation, no dramatic exit. She packed what was hers, signed what needed signing, and drove to Port Harcourt, where her father's sister had a spare room and a small business that needed someone with Rebecca's accounting background. Helen came for the first 2 weeks. They ate together every evening and talked about small things, and sometimes sat in silence, and that was enough. The life Rebecca built in Port Harcourt came slowly. She worked for her aunt's fabric business first, bringing order to accounts kept in notebooks for years. Then she consulted for 2 other businesses. Then a firm offered her a full position, and she took it and was good at it, and the work gave her days a shape that had nothing to do with Abuja. She did not contact her mother. Gloria called 3 times in the first month. Rebecca did not pick up. After that, the calls stopped. What she heard came through Helen, who told Rebecca only what she asked. 8 months after leaving, Rebecca asked once. Helen told her. Victor and Gloria had moved in together in Wuse. It had not been the romance either imagined. Victor had not changed. The qualities that made him difficult did not disappear when the woman changed. Gloria discovered the man she had chosen over her daughter was charming in pursuit and ordinary in residence. There were arguments, the slow deflation that comes when 2 people find that what they felt was the excitement of something forbidding, and that the excitement does not survive the rent and the groceries and the Tuesday evenings with nothing to say. By Rebecca's 1 year in Port Harcourt, Victor had moved out of the Wuse flat. Helen heard he was back in Enugu, quieter than before. A man who had dismantled something valuable and found that what he chose in its place did not hold. Gloria called on a Sunday. Rebecca was in her kitchen making rice, and the phone lit up with her mother's name. She stood looking at it. She thought about the 11 months of messages. She thought about someone had to. She thought about Mrs. Patricia saying, "Remove yourself from the path." She let it ring. The next Sunday, Gloria called again, and the Sunday after, Rebecca never picked up. Not from anger. The anger had burned out over the long, quiet months. Not to punish. She had made peace with wanting nothing for or against the people who hurt her. She did not pick up because the mother she had known was gone, and the woman on the other end of the phone was someone she did not know, and she had no interest in building something new on ruins. Helen visited for Rebecca's birthday in the 2nd year. They went to a good restaurant in Port Harcourt and ate well and laughed about things that had nothing to do with Abuja. At the end of the evening, Helen looked across the table and said, "You are different." Rebecca said, "Different how?" Helen said, "Lighter, like you put something down and forgot to pick it back up." Rebecca drove home alone that night through the Port Harcourt streets, the city lit around her, and felt the satisfaction of a woman who had survived something meant to finish her and discovered on the other side that she was more than she had known. Not because anyone was punished, not because she had won, but because she had removed herself from the path and watched her own life grow in the space that opened when she stopped fighting for something that had chosen to leave.
If you are Rebecca, would you ever pick up your mother's call? Or is some betrayal too deep for forgiveness? If this story touched you, please like and subscribe, share it with someone who needs it today, and drop a comment. We want to hear from you.